From time to time, circumstances of tenants change, and some may want to leave, but others do not. Disputes can often arise as individuals do not fully understand their obligations around a change in tenants. We have made this short video to help you understand what you need to do when there is a change in tenancy, and make the transition as smooth as possible. The first thing that you need to do is to notify your property investment manager that there will be a change and one or more tenants wants to move out. We will then be able to explain what is required, and this will differ depending on what type of tenancy you have signed. In a multiple tenancy situation, if one of the tenants wants to move out, this can end the entire tenancy, as all the departing tenant needs to do is give 21 days notice. If the rest of the tenants want to continue the tenancy, then this is up to the sole discretion of the property investment manager, as they are acting as the landlord. If the tenancy will continue, then you will be asked to sign an amendment to the tenancy agreement, so all parties have a record of the changes. All the remaining tenants must sign and date this amendment. If there are any outstanding debts, such as rent arrears or repairs, then this debt will remain with the current tenants. If you want to bring in a new tenant to replace the vacating tenant, then again, this is at the sole discretion of the property investment manager. However, they cannot unreasonably refuse or reject the application for a replacement tenant. If accepted, these two must sign a copy of the amended tenancy agreement. Any replacement tenants must fill out one of your tenancy application forms so we can do our due diligence. If you have a tenancy with multiple tenants and a tenant wants to leave, then this can be a little more complicated. You cannot give notice on a fixed term tenancy. All tenants have to agree if they want to release one or more of the current tenants. For example, if there are 4 tenants on a fixed term tenancy and one tenant wants to leave, they can only with consent of all the tenants, as the responsibilities of the rent will be on the remaining tenants. Our recommendation is that you find a replacement tenant. Remember, the property investment manager must approve all replacement tenants, and all changes must be recorded on an amendment to the tenancy agreement and on the change of tenant bond forms. In extreme cases where the tenants cannot come to an agreement, you may have to make an application to the tenancy tribunal to resolve the situation under grounds of hardship. Changing tenants will often mean a change in the bond details. This is your responsibility to ensure this is done. However, we will assist you with this process. Any vacating tenants who have signed the original bond form must sign a change of tenant bond form, or their name will continue to remain on the bond and you will have problems getting your bond refunded at the end of the tenancy. All bond signatories must sign the bond form or the changes will not be actioned. We will not refund any part of the bond. This will only be done at the end of the tenancy once all rent, water rates or maintenance charges have been paid and the property is returned to a satisfactory standard. Thank you for watching this short video. If you are still unsure as to what your responsibilities are, or if you cannot come to an agreement with your tenants, you can arrange a meeting with your property investment manager. Or you can also contact Tenancy Services. Go to tenancy.govt.nz for further details.